In an effort to make BTD6 more fun, Ninja Kiwi has done not really a game-changing update for the Ace, but a pretty fun one with pineapples. Apparently, every time the fighter jet explodes on the top path Ace, you can spawn a pineapple on top, which goes in line with their reasoning. Pineapple cross path has always been really boring, so something cool would be nice, and I definitely agree. Now, we don't actually need the Sky Shredder to pull this off. All you need is at minimum the 320, so in an effort to actually showcase the pineapples, I won't be upgrading the Ace all the way. I think it'd be probably a good middle ground to stop at the ODS, while also picking this map firing range, because guess what? If you have pineapples land, say, over here or over here, the explosion radius can do quite well in this map with the amount of overlaps. And so, therefore, I think a fitting challenge would probably be 2 Megapops on this map with the ODS. Now, I think normally in a lot of these 2 Megapops challenges, the ODS can do it pretty easily, but most people use the bottom cross path, the one that's center path. That's because normally the Ace isn't where you want it, so center path allows you to do that. I think I also will just spend the money on twin guns. So what that changes, at least for this run here, is without going 402, I gotta place my Ace pretty much close to over here. Ideally, over here, but that costs an extra 1k to even get the pop started, so likely gonna have to be an airburst carry until I can afford $2,000 actually for the Ace. So even though we can afford the Ace right now, sadly, I must resist and go airburst first. Anyway, I feel like these are the changes Ninja Kiwi should be doing. Again, in a world where they have been power creeping so many things every update, this doesn't really move the needle in terms of how much better it is, because the pineapple doesn't scale late game. Looking at a 1 damage explosion, just think of like an extra bomb shooter attack with the pineapple. This is a balance change mostly done for fun reasons, and I'm all for that kind of stuff. There's the removal, and probably 3 more rounds till Ace. Now, I don't know how much I care about getting pops in the early game for Ace, because this is most likely not going to come down to the last pop, unless the Ace is really is worse than I thought. But just in the event it might matter, I'll do some light micro, because right now if you leave it on any of the pads, the best one probably is Figure Infinite. It still is below the track so much of the time, and so there's a light little pattern, I guess I'm doing it right now, that seems to consistently damage stuff at the top for more than if you just left it doing nothing. So I'm doing that right now basically. Circle until all the way to the right, Figure Infinite to the right, and then Figure 8 until it's out of range, and then back to circle. You see, that's how you get close to full uptime on it attacking the top. Also, we got Gibraltar down this round so that I can just road spike this round. Okay, there's no way I'm sustaining that micro for the next 70 rounds of this challenge, so I'm gonna take it off. Only use it when necessary. This round, definitely, with this being the only lead popping, gonna use my micro skills to pop every lead without needing to get more. Nope. Let's pop too late. Ah, dang it. I kind of want to go for a village first, like discount, but this'll do as well. Simple AMD, and I don't have to do too much micro to survive this now. And with this, our early game should officially be covered. Now I just need to get to ODS, so I can likely buy 302 on this sub, so I can stop stealing pops away. Now, it should be noted that to get the fighter plane to actually attack, you need a mob on screen. It's not going to activate on a balloon, so mid-game, you're not really going to see this new pineapple change really matter, but late game, when there's literally infinite mobs and the fighter plane will always be shooting out, that's when I think hilariousness will ensue, especially once, like, we get more attack speed buffs. I'm going to be focusing heavy on as much attack speed as possible here. That is definitely the way to have the most fun, although getting attack speed is expensive, you know, with Ultra Boost and all, so we'll see how much I can get, and if we're not satisfied, could even go past around 100 and see, you know, if we're able to afford those further attack speed buffs. Anyway, OD supported, submerge it. Now, before we start stacking attack speed, we've got to get other utility first, so that I can keep on submerging this thing, because it's still inaccurate even when I do micro. So, therefore, a glue hose would be a very good upgrade to get. Oh yeah, not to mention that the glue hose upgrade, I just realized, gives a whole lot of range, so I can take off the micro, since those balloons are going to take forever to pop. And while we're already at it, glue strike for +2, because if the darts and the missile does only 1 damage, then yeah, this glue strike upgrade is going to turn that 1 damage to 3. And that's going to help a whole lot here. Now, if you're looking carefully, each, like, fighter plane missile spawns out in pairs of 2, so if they do land at the same time, kind of get a nice little stacking effect on them. Even when rounds, like, don't have that many mobs, it feels like it's making quite the difference. Mind you, I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying that. I guess for these early rounds here, when it comes to the last mob, the speed of them kind of makes it so that, because of the 3-second delay, the pineapple is almost always missed, but again, hopefully this is only an issue for the end of the round and not during it, which it shouldn't be. They've been landing in pretty solid spots, it feels like. Like, check out this BFB here, alright? That's 4 pineapples, 6, 8. Oh god, that overclock really makes it add up quickly. And just like that, folks, we popped the BFB probably half a second earlier this update. Can I get a hell yeah to the ODS here? Ooh, even that was still tight. Means we just need more attack speed. Okay, round 63, actually one of the trickier rounds because I cannot spawn pineapples without mobs in the way, but a little bit ace micro does the job. Before more attack speed, we gotta get relentless. And then I think we can gun for call to arms after. Actually, hold that thought for call to arms for just a second, because I think I just need glue storm at this rate. I'm gonna delay it too late. And I low-key actually need the damage over the funny attack speed that I'm getting. Like, look at this round, for example. Just density upon density. And I don't want to get caught with my pants down not having glue storm this round, so yep, glue storm was needed there. Should be a whole lot of pineapples this round, my god. See that right side there, and that left side too, yeah. While they don't pack a lot of damage, per se, they do pack quite the pierce. And that relieves that density quite well. Now, this is going to fall off in the 80s for sure, because you're not going to be able to utilize full pierce when cerams have like 100 HP. But at the very least, we can enjoy it for this one last round while we can. Yeah, I don't know what I do without a glue storm this round, I'm not gonna lie. Also, glue storm is useful for DDTs. If you don't have it, gotta get a MIB. But even then, I don't know if we have the DT damage without the +2 damage here, you know? There's that. And this here, folks, is the last round that the pineapples are technically useful, and you'll still see the same amount of them in the future. Just nowhere near as effective. Damn, that cleared it out nicely. Low-key worried, though. If round 80 took that long to beat a Zoom G, I'm not gonna have a whole lot of efficient buffs to give after. Like, while Called Arms is nice, it's still, at the end of the day, temporary of a buff. There's still Gibraldo too, but his shop items have been nerfed a lot. Like, Sharpening Stone not giving +1 damage anymore. Just Pierce, while nice, isn't really that good. In fact, why did I even bring him? Probably just because he's the best, like, support hero for this kind of challenge anyway. That's my guess. But yeah, already pulling out that micro around 81, but you can see here, look how long it takes for the zoom, like the cerams to pop. If not for that relentless glue, we would probably be dead. Again, friendly reminder, this is a deliberate no Jerry fire run, just because it would probably steal the show, steal the spotlight. I really want to get Homeland so badly, but I don't know if I have the budget for it. If I spend all the money on Homeland, that's not enough for usually better support like Ice or a Ninja. So, how about them pineapples? We're about to get a huge blast off right now. And here, hopefully we can clean up, because man, this Bloons are already getting in the last lane. We're good though, right? With, oh god. Oh god, I don't have Wing Monkey to chase here. I think I'm just straight up dead. Or I guess Gibraldo can clutch that, nice. Not a good look though. Just the fact that I have to use everything in my arsenal just to survive is concerning, and the fact that Glue Storm doesn't have full uptime, so I can really feel the lack of +2 damage with these cerams walking by. Just 20k to go until a big boost. I'll blast off another one. And that'll clean up 89. Getting closer to Homeland, but I think the dream is probably dead on like around 94. I did end up on top of giving Sharpening Stone because it's the last 10 rounds. Also a Camo Pot for bonus DDT damage, although the range, which is usually the main purpose of the Camo Pot, Doesn't really do much for Ace, but it's there anyway, alright? I think if I need a little bit more firepower, Jar Pickles is probably worth it. Again, I think if the tower has 3 damage or less, which the tower already does, even with Glue Storm, the max damage it can do is 3 with Pineapple and Darts. If that's the case, the Pickle is a buff. It would just mean less pineapples and less fun. Let's hope we don't have to resort to that. We've got another CTA that I'll hold for the insides, because that's harder. Yep, Beefy's here. Let's go. Let's utilize that micro we've been doing since around 20-something. And we'll be good. By the way, forget round 94, because I actually have to be around 96, so that's going to be a harder round. That's going to decide if I can get Homeland or not. Non-fortifieds are a piece of cake. I know I say that as everything is at the last bend. Probably speaking too soon here, and... oh yeah, I definitely am. I think I just have to employ... I have to employ the Pickle. Unemployment for Pickles has reached an all-time high, and I cannot personally stand for that. Holy crap, is this ever so close. Travoldo, on the end, is clutching like crazy, though. Okay, just making sure he doesn't take too many pops away. I actually unsubmerged the sub this round for a little bit of damage, and we actually don't have to beat round 96, just this round. Hell yeah. Sadly, I can't make an extra 800 before using Homeland this round, so I just have to activate CTA early, and hopefully it's enough. I can't even activate it mid-round with a Reju potion. The money just ain't there for that. Crap. CTA and Glue Storm timed out. Come on, come on. Last GT and nice. Also, I think what's decamoing them is the Submerge sub, which I actually should not have submerged this round because I lose the damage, the extra damage it gets. With Spy Plane too. Extra damage to camos. My bad, my bad. It's okay. We end up beating the round anyway, which is better because now we got less less damage stolen. There's Homeland, and hopefully it actually makes a difference. It should, and if not, we'll go back in time. But already, yeah, CTA to Homeland, you can really tell just by the amount of darts flying. And this, folks, is why attack speed is king. Homeland still has a big half downtime, so I need to use my last 2 Reju potions very carefully. Can probably save 1 for 98 at least. I won't need any this round, if this is the type of damage you're doing. Sheesh, can I get a sheesh? Okay, I can't be bothered to snipe this round. I need to save my Homeland, so I'm just gonna Road Spike as much of the stupid-ass ceramics as I can here. God. Okay, it's fine. 5 of them does the job. Now that might be foreshadowing the difficulty of round 100, because if I don't have good mob damage, I need to spend like on a Spike Storm, so hopefully I don't spend any more money than it currently is. We'll blast off this Homeland now, and we'll save our Reju for the end of the round, ideally. Oh my god, this Homeland downtime is awful. Look how much progress I lost with the Bloons here. I definitely gotta use my Rejuve after this. There is no doubt about it, but first off, let me activate my Sabo so I don't lose, I have another one for 99 here, okay. The final stretch, I see Bloons leaking on that side. Hopefully I don't have to spam Road Spikes, because I can't do that right now. Focused on my Ace, and beautiful. Bad news, I don't have this for 99. So, do I need... Wait, I swear I used a Rejuve after Sabo, but I don't have it anymore. Okay, I'm dead. I need to use my second Rejuve this round. Hopefully that's fine. It's actually maddening how tight the margins are still. So if I do this, I also can't afford Spike Storm because they nerf the ever-living crap out of the cost of it. I can buy in the middle of the round, though. Check this out. I can also buy 140, but that's about it after that. It's got to work. It's got to be enough damage. Let's hope. And I don't have my cooldowns up. Great. First off, before I use my one and only Spike Storm, maybe 2 of them, I gotta combo it together with Glue Storm and Homeland for the maximum carnage, while not taking away too many pops ideally. This should at least be 10,000 though. Yep. Oh, actually, never mind. I did the math poorly. I accidentally left my sub submerged or unsubmerged at 98. I can't do that. I have to redo that because that was way too many. I didn't realize it was going to do 20,000 that round. So you go back to 98. It's only at 15. Okay, no worries. We just spent 5 minutes redoing 98. And I actually saved my homeland for 99, or rejuve, by not messing up my ISAB earlier. So, awesome. We're well prepared heading into round 100. Okay, now there's another issue I have. 25,000 is way too much damage. And 31,000, in fact. So, I think I actually have to try to beat 99 without the Spike Factory actually, like, having spikes reach down there. This 2 Mega Pops is actually turning out to be a lot more difficult than I thought. So, I guess I will have to use my last rejuve here. This is just to survive this round, because without the spikes from the round, I can't beat it without a homeland, which is super, duper, duper annoying. Now can we just win for the love of God? Maybe I should have just used Cherry Fire at the end of the day. But you'll be more proud without me, right? I crave to be validated here, so... Here we go. It's about to pop anytime now. Anytime. Sabo? God, but I can't... The thing is, I can't use the Spike Storm. This does too much damage, right? 16, yeah. If I do this, you see... I don't have 2 Mega Pops. This is insane. Oh, wait, and when the hell did this happen? 10,000 pops on the Alchemist? Okay, GG. I'm gonna rewind many, many rounds to fix some stuff, because this run is dead.
A few moments later.
Listen, I know I flip-flop my stance on Cherry Fire all the time, that's because I play both sides, but I really can't in this situation. I give in. Cherry Fire starting from round 91 is probably the cleanest way to go about this without redoing the whole run all over again, which would, of course, be far too annoying. Alright, this time heading into the final round with, like, 10,000 less stolen pops. Surely this does it this time. Sharpening Stone and let go. So, Homeland, Spike Storm, how much damage? We can again spare about 20,000 on the Spike right now, which is way better than before. In fact, it's about to pop, I think. Wait, whoa, that's really early. We got this. We got this in the bag. Put the fries in the bag? More like, put this challenge in the bag after this last part here. There's the 2 Mega Pops. There's these buffs, and let's go. Again, this was way tougher than it should have been, but I guess I should have expected it, considering, again, this is not a substantial buff at all, but it was fun to see, and hopefully it was satisfying for you to watch. If you liked that, click here for more.